How do you do? The Box Office Pulp Board feels it would be a little unkind to present this podcast without just a word of friendly warning. We're about to unfold a cinematic commentary track, made by a group of men who sought to create a podcast after their own ravings, without reckoning upon God. It is one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with three great mysteries of the internet: analysis, observation, and deconstruction. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel you'd not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now's your chance to... well, we've warned you. Now, to pause and refresh. For your convenience, we have an attractive refreshment stand in the lobby, with buttered popcorn, golden good and hot from the popper, your favorite candies, wholesome and rich, plus delicious Dr. Pepper, so bright and bracing with a tang and tingle unmatched by any other beverage. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper at our beverage stand right now, and then return to fully appreciate this bop and a movie commentary track. Enjoy.
Kind of evil comes around this time of year. Looking for carvings. Looking for blood. Decent carvers turn sour like weak old milk. Only way to get rid of that evil is to dig it out with its own blade. Got to dig deep like a oil man tapping a find. And you watch the evil slop out of his soul like Texas tea.
Hello, Gourds and Gourdettes. This is Box Office Pulp. You can't kill us, you can only make us die. I'm your host, Cody, and joining me today on our most special day of the year are my co-host, Mike. Say hi. Mike, say hi.
I'm not really super for anything that we're doing tonight. I just want to protest. I wanted to do Blood Wings.
That's fair. And I have written down your objection in a notebook that I will now burn. And my other co-host...
my soul! Oh!
Jamie, say hello.
I listened to the Spooky, Scary Skeletons remix for about 20 minutes straight before getting on with you guys, so I am at maximum spooky. I got my tea, I got my kimono on, I'm ready for things to happen to me.
That's the attitude. That's why I introduced you second. You brought the energy right back up. Anyways, folks.
Fuck you.
Anyways, folks, we're here for the big holiday of the year. Not that Christmas bullshit. Not even Halloween. And especially not your birthday. Today we're celebrating big ass.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Steven?
Hey, he should be the happiest of all. His birthday is Big Ass Pumpkin Day.
Big ass pumpkin. Anyway. It's Big Ass Pumpkin Day. It's probably not. I don't know when you're listening to this. It's not when we're recording this.
Anytime you listen to this, it becomes Big Ass Pumpkin Day.
You just bring it into your hearts. There's always a big ass pumpkin in your heart. And that's probably medical. You should see a doctor. That's probably why your blood pressure's all funky. Anyways,
sure.
As is tradition, we're going to be celebrating Big Ass Pumpkin Day with a commentary for a pumpkin-adjacent horror movie. I can guarantee you will see a pumpkin within the first minute of this film, so it counts.
I wouldn't say it's adjacent. It's in the fucking title.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's all up in this pumpkin bullshit.
That should have been the tagline for, drumroll, The Pumpkin Carver.
With a K.
It's like a Mortal Kombat thing, folks. It's Carver with a K.
Which I'm convinced wasn't even intentional. They just fucked up.
It's like an Inglourious Basterds thing. Like, well, they wrote it that way in the script. Put it on the screen.
Bastards. But seriously,
none of us have seen this before.
How did we get here?
Do you want the behind the scenes, like the reality? Because the movie you guys wanted to watch that you had picked for this endeavor turned out to be like a 25-minute TV special.
I want to say we've been shooting for this since like November of last year.
And you fucked up that badly.
I just want to say, it was Jamie's idea, and she never looked it up to see how long it was.
In my defense, it was a VHS I saw in the background of Doomed the untold story of Roger Corman's Fantastic Four. I assumed it was a
Because
We
everything in that
have
documentary
been
is
in the Inquisitor. We are a real podcast. You can find us on iTunes. We're on Stitcher. Follow us at Box Office Pulp on
Great.
Twitter.
promotional work, Mike. That gold star work.
Thank you. Ting! We were ready to do commentary for this other thing that's 25 minutes long, less than 24 hours ago. Now we're about to do commentary for Pumpkin Carver.
I had to think on my feet. It was the first pumpkin killer I could think of.
Dude, Satan's
welcome.
little helper didn't come to you first?
Actually, it did while we were doing this introduction, but too little too late.
Oh.
I've also seen that one
What
before.
is
So it's a
this
bit of a cheat.
about? Does anybody know what the fuck this movie is about?
Yeah, but I read the description on Wikipedia.
You're better off not knowing, Mike, I promise you.
It's the surprise. You want the ride.
I like the mask on the poster.
That's good. Go with that. Anyways, folks, if you want to drink with us for tonight, which I recommend, we're going to play a little game. I don't know why I'm excited about this. The game is on me. So what I've
All
done,
the games on this podcast are on you, Cody. That's how it works.
True. What I've done is I bought a case of Kool-Aid Jammers Scary Berry. In one glass, I have
What year is
mixed
this?
cherry vodka and Kool-Aid for a berry delight. The cocktail is a bright blue color. It looks fantastic. I can only assume it will taste as good as it looks. In the other glass, I have mixed Kool-Aid with a shot of all-spice dram, a shot of spiced rum, and a dash of cinnamon. Also, because I hate myself, I've thrown in a cap full of blood orange bitters. I have made a shitty pumpkin pie smeared with low-sugar berry flavor. I haven't tried this, but I can assure you it looks bad, it smells bad, it's a swamp green, it has a brown film on top, and there are bubbles. It looks like I went down to a bog and decided, yep, that's what I want to drink. I cannot stress enough what a sin this is against mixology. It looks like a Shrek drink.
Cody, you have tampered in God's domain tonight.
I
I'm
felt
very
It just
proud.
sounds like you
doing
reverse
this.
engineered cough syrup.
I did maybe I'll feel better. I don't have a cold. Maybe just emotionally I'll feel better. Anyways, to determine which drink I'm drinking, I have placed one glass on a coaster with the word even written on it, and I have placed the other glass on a coaster marked odd. Mike, start us off. Pick me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
We got a 7. Jamie, pick me a number between 1 and 10.
Set 5.
Set 5. I'm gonna mark that as a 5. Is that correct?
5.
Okay.
Definitely 5. That's what I said the whole time.
Very clear. You enunciated that perfectly. Together, folks, that gives us a 12. 12, even number. You know math. And I took a picture of this beforehand because I didn't think you'd believe me. I have landed on the good drink.
Hey.
Fantastic.
Thank God. Thank God. I'll probably drink the other one depending on how this podcast goes. But I'm going to be drinking cherry vodka mixed with Kool-Aid Berry Jammer. Oh, man, this smells like my childhood, but a little extra. I'm very excited to drink this.
What the fuck does that mean?
This is good. I would drink this normally.
That is the nicest thing you've said about one of these drinks.
It's good.
Drink this even if I wasn't recording a stupid fucking podcast.
A little simple syrup would probably pick it up because I got like the low sugar version. But not bad. I could chug this shit. Thank God, because I'm gonna take a sniff of the other one now because it's been outside for a little while and it smells like a pumpkin pie. It smells like a pumpkin pie, but I know better because there's like a hideous blueberry thing underneath the surface. So, folks, if you want to play along, make these drinks in your house and then have your friends do the same to you and just pretend it's like Jigsaw just whipping himself. Like, I deserve this. All right, I think we've given them enough time to prepare their drinks. Mike, you have the video up and ready for us?
Yeah, for some reason. Folks at home, what I want you to do with these drinks as well, based upon Cody's description, I want you to put them in little, like, Kool-Aid kind of containers. Like something fun you'd see from, like, the 90s. Something with, like, a silly straw or, something that kids would like. Because you're going to hand them out to trick-or-treaters.
Kids would love it.
It's true.
Also, I have the Sharpie in case, like, I need to draw a pumpkin design on a pumpkin. And you can just huff that. Just, like, fucking sniff as hard as you can. And it'll get you in the mood.
And it's legal, kids. Your parents won't know a thing.
The man can't stop you.
Do cocaine.
If you can find it.
Vape till your lungs explode.
Put 2 vapes in your mouth, 2 in your nose, and just mega vape.
Anyway, Pumpkin Carver.
Good. It's on Amazon Prime, folks. So if you have Amazon Prime, just type in Pumpkin Carver, cue it up with us. We've got it paused right now, and we're going to watch the movie. We're going to talk over the movie. Terrible combinations if we haven't seen the movie, but please join us. Are you ready?
Big ass pumpkin day.
Big ass, big gentlemen, gentle ladies, gentle folk. Maybe all toast to the honor of Big Ass Pumpkin Day before we start this shit show.
You're here.
We're here.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like shit. Hold on. I've got 2 glasses. Why did I use the beer glass? Let me think.
To evil.
Did that come? Yeah.
Mr. Mysterio.
We're having ribs. Anyway. I don't know why I went to Stonecutters. I'm going to count to 3. After I say 3, we're going to press play. We all ready for whatever this is?
Make it happen, Captain.
1, 2, 3.
So we're going to do this as an Arnold Schwarzenegger commentary, where I'm going to describe everything happening into the film as if you're blind. Right now we have the logos going, and I see the sun rising up over the sea, but it's not part of the movie. It's just trying to let you know that a film company made this. There's an iris that's still First Look Studio is not important. This show can get old super fast. Hopefully not. I do have half a Cider Boys left, though, so.
You know, people don't use the trick or treat, give us something good to eat, soliloquy enough, if you ask me. It's a good song.
Mike, you've been out of school for a long time. I bet kids are still doing it.
Wow, way to just go, you're closer to the grave in the beginning, aren't you, Mike?
True. It shows what
it's
you know. Mike watches kids all the time.
You have to face it. You're not 10 anymore. The good times in your life are over. It's pretty much a march to the grave.
Pumpkin. Everybody take a drink.
Pumpkin.
Yeah. Is that Walt Jr. carving a pumpkin?
It really looks like
I think so. Oh my God, the late 90s.
This is 2006.
This is this is why. Those are very well made guns, though.
Although, from my understanding, folks, this is made in 2006, probably set in 2006. I believe what we're watching now is a prologue section of the movie, so this is period accurate. This is 1996.
Okay. All right. Okay, the movie has its shit together, then.
I gotta agree. I cannot hold that against the movie. Honestly, if I were a smart kid, I should have done that when I was 6.
This woman is way too fucking happy to be handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. Also, is she nude? I'm so confused.
Couple things, Mike. One, it has been my dream to hand out candy to trick-or-treaters, and they never come. I've been in like, oh, wow, she is really just in a bra.
Well, that seems inappropriate.
This horny devil.
Get it?
There's a devil on screen, folks. She's fucking the devil.
Cody, is this you? He just reached into his pocket and pulled out a beer.
That's where you put them. I normally do a fanny pack because you can have like 6 of them in there.
But I'm surprised you don't have a hollowed out Bible like it's the fucking Prohibition.
Oh, that'd be great. I have an old Super Nintendo cartridge that's actually a flask game filled with whiskey. It's got Duck Hunt on the front, but it's called Drunk Hunt.
They've started selling spooky flasks at work, and I want to get one with a big pumpkin on it and then just chug it in like July. Because what are they going to say to me? I'm drunk.
I'm sorry, I'm very confused because the Walt Jr. carving the pumpkin is the brother of the woman who's making out. I assume that was her son.
Oh God, we're in Halloween territory.
I'm really confused by all this.
Also, that guy really went for it with the adhesive horns, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
dedication.
When you're bald,
I think those real. He's just actual Satan.
No pizza here on a kid.
I like this Adult Swim Satan we've met here.
Look, the kid is pissed that he just got covered in beer. But to be fair, the holiday is trick or treat. Like, there's not enough tricks being played on Halloween in my mind. So that guy's just in the spirit. Also, he's showing this kid how to properly carve a pumpkin. This guy's metal.
Yeah, I'm really confused whether or not I like this aggressive asshole or dislike him.
Yeah. Like, he seems like a wacky, fun guy. Not outright.
He dresses a little bit like me, so I don't know how to take any of this.
Yeah, like he made time to bond with the younger brother, even if it was like in a douchey way. I don't know why the kid is so mad about being like shown how to properly carve a pumpkin, because he was on that motherfucker for like 5 minutes doing the eyes. That's the easiest part. They're triangles, kid. They're trying.
I never really did put two and two together, Mike, but you really do dress like the goth boyfriend who's going to pull up into the front yard with metal playing. Susie, get your ass out of here. Leave that kid alone.
Who gets killed somewhere in the second act?
Now, you are just waiting for the gate to happen to you, like next door.
I am the star of the Gate 2 forever.
No spoilers. It's on my to-watch pile. Folks at home, this Halloween, my theme for movies, I'm doing one-a-day viewing, horror sequels. So I've lined up like Paranormal Activities 2 through 6, The Omen 2 through 5. I'm counting the remake as 5. The Gate 2. It's all sequels I haven't seen. So Poltergeist 3 is on the docket. So don't tell me anything about those movies. Oh no, we're getting a gloved killer.
We're in a giallo all of a sudden.
When we met this kid, he was nearly done with that pumpkin. Why is he still carving?
He started over. He didn't like the additions that the boyfriend made.
He's just...
Wait, did the boyfriend just add bangs to the pumpkin? Is that what
Yeah.
That's interesting. I haven't seen so many pumpkins with like hair accessories.
Why is she just hanging in the garage? There's already a pumpkin in there, in that fucking house, too.
They need more. That kid's hobby is just making pumpkins.
So Amy Weber here's thing is just doing random crap around her house just in her bra.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen some live streams like that, Mike.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's time for murder. He has locked the door. He had a key, apparently.
Is Amy Weber the fucking Janet Leigh of this movie? Is she pulling a Barrymore?
Wow.
I mean, spoiler, pretty sure she's about to die.
Yeah, make way for Minka Kelly, the real star.
Please don't kill me, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Oh, fuck.
I was...
Just name drop Jeepers Creepers. Goddamn.
I was about to make a fucking Scream reference, too. I'm mad now.
We just saw the pumpkin mask. Not as good as the poster.
No, I think you can buy that mask in stores. Which, granted,
you can.
I would buy that mask in a second. Don't get me wrong, but
it looks a little bit like Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason, a little bit.
He's a little Power Rangers. But what is he doing? He's like knife dancing.
He is.
He's doing some of that gun fu he saw in Equilibrium, but with a knife. This is the late 90s.
What is happening?
It just looks like he's going, hey, hey, hey. I'm gonna
Chachi, get your body over here. I gotta stab you.
Is this Stu?
It might be. He has the fighting style of Stu. He's getting kicked in the face right now. Oh, yep, there he goes. Into the garage. This was clearly a Scream homage.
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
He's being defeated by boxes.
Yeah, well, who hasn't been? As long as we're talking about masks, though, what's everyone's favorite Halloween mask?
That's a good
Oh,
question.
well, Junior is stabbing the killer to death. What a twist. It was a fake knife. Double twist.
The rage.
I read
He
this
didn't get his goddamn breakfast.
Oh, no, the boyfriend who somehow removed those goddamn fake horns really fast.
He deserved it.
It was all a sex game the whole time.
It was looking that way. Whoops. A little bit of manslaughter. Never hurt anyone.
They're a kinky couple.
We're a kinky couple, Mike. Tense is
He could be okay.
He's bleeding from the face.
Me, get up.
So as far as Halloween masks go, I'm very partial to the mask from Hellface. It's very simple, but I like that Roddy zombie look the guy has with the hoodie. Goes together perfect in anyone who did that one.
Oh, yeah.
The new Michael Myers mask, the 2018 one, I am in love with. I love like the old man Myers mask.
That's pretty good.
I actually just picked up the one from Trick or Treat Studios, so I guess I'm doing
nice.
the Michael Myers costume for Halloween this year, along with like 30,000 other people in my city. Don't care. Still looks cool as hell.
I'm also gonna go with the Leslie Vernon mask. I don't. There's something so 50-50 ridiculous and genuinely terrifying about it, especially with the grease paint over the eyes.
Yeah, I love the paper mache look of it too. Like it just looks like kind of very homemade. It has the wisps of hair in there. Like it's spooky but low rent at the same time, but not like something I would be creative enough to make on my own.
Well, that's the thing. There's something about it being the fact that you can tell it's homemade but looks so weird. It immediately makes you think, wait, why would you want to look like that?
It's kind of the amazing thing for it. It's hard to make an iconic mask now because everyone's done kind of like the standard blank face looks. Halloween obviously perfected it the first time around where it's just fucking blank-eyed William Shatner. But then we've had some other kind of more or less featureless masks. We had the hockey mask for Halloween. We've got Ghostface doing the Scream. I don't know. It's hard to make a new iconic mask. A lot of people just try and do variations on skulls, but they all kind of blend into each other.
Yeah, there's not a lot of creativity with masks these days. My favorite would probably be any of the Neon Maniacs.
Yeah. I feel like that's almost cheating, but yeah. Also, goodbye, Papyrus font. R.I.P.
The font of indie films.
You know
how
what?
far into the future do we jump? Also, are they about to go to the gas station from the end of the first Terminator?
I was thinking that. They're in the fucking Jeep and everything. Considering we just had an extended like fucking Scream homage in the garage, I would say this is probably intentional, right? Who knows?
I just think it's not a well-made movie.
Probably that too. I want to say this is about a 10-year jump in the future because
they didn't age.
From Men in Black, so that was 96. But the movie was made in 2006, so it has to be roughly around that time. I don't think they jumped into the future.
They just went and got snacks, apparently.
I mean, for all I know, this really could be like a fucking year later. I don't know.
That's the vibe I'm getting. I think they were trying to tie into like Men in Black 2 or something.
Oh, I guess that's possible. I didn't consider that.
And I'm sure this was on the shelf for like 5 years before release.
Also, is this a softcore porn film?
Carver.
Wow, the town of Carver. Why isn't it spelled with a K?
That would have been better. That would have been a lot better.
This is shot like it's a Fred Olen Ray softcore porn film.
So I'm on Wikipedia frantically trying to learn something about the
pumpkins.
Pumpkins. I got distracted.
Wow, Cody, I think that was your future as Old Man Pumpkin Man.
Old Man Pumpkin Man here. Hey, what the hell are you kids doing?
You're all doomed.
Pumpkins is what you're doing. Buy some
You're all
pumpkin.
doomed. You want to buy a pumpkin, though, while you're being doomed?
I like Crazy Ralph having like a side hustle.
He's got to make money somewhere for his fucking bicycle repair.
We don't go in there. However, we do buy pumpkins if you're in the market.
In December,
If you don't
I sell
like
Christmas
pumpkins,
trees. You can be doomed.
I got weed. Do you want weed?
Hanging around the
How
fucking
has nobody ever... I'm sorry, how has nobody ever done that joke where the drug dealer is the doomed guy? Well, how did Cabin in the Woods not do that?
Solid question. I guess if the movie had made more money, maybe we'd get that in a sequel. The Pumpkin Carver wiki does not have enough details on this. If this was filmed like 2000 and released in 2006. So,
why is this dude smoking? Well, I'm sorry. Why is this old guy smoking a cigarette like it's a cigar? Like he's chomping on a cigar?
I'm a cranky old man out in Nevada.
My pumpkins got away. They tried to escape.
It's too damn toasty to be out here.
I should be at home training to kill my son with that machete.
Of course they're going to break if you're tossing them around like that.
He's holding broken pumpkins and just throwing them into the truck. Just leave those behind.
What?
Oh,
look, it's a box office pulp meeting.
Wait, who's the pirate? Who's Mike Myers? And who is the Incredible Hulk?
I'm the
we trade up every time.
Oh, is that the Jolly Green Giant or the Incredible Hulk? I can't tell my green people apart.
Wait, is that Spice Girls?
I believe so.
What?
This movie is very confused.
I love this aggressive jock pirate, by the way, with his beard.
All right, when did Goldmember come out? This is
That was like 2004?
2002. Maybe,
Oh, they're Charlie's Angels. They're Charlie's
maybe.
Angels.
Oh fuck! When did that came out in the 90s, right? The
Yeah,
TV
but Charlie's Angels is at least pop culture timeless. I'll go with that.
Also, they just made an Austin Powers joke, so it's the same.
I got nothing.
It's got to be Goldmember from 2002. I'm assuming they jumped from. Fuck.
They're saying OP.
2001.
Wait, that guy, that's what that guy's dressed as. He's Austin Powers. I thought he was just a flamboyant aristocrat. How do you fuck up an Austin Powers costume so badly? I think you're well dressed.
Look, we all know Austin Powers has greased back hair. Like, he's fucking Fonzie. That's just how Austin Powers.
You ever just want a nuclear bomb just to hit a group of people, just to wipe them off the face of the earth?
Oh god, I'm curious if this has ever happened to you. Have you guys ever been out in the wild and just
The Serengeti,
stumbled
yes.
upon? Yes. Dancing with that scorpion. But have you ever just encountered horror movie teenagers? Like, who are just on their way to be murdered by Jason Voorhees? I had this happen at the beach like 10 years ago. I still vividly remember it.
Those kids were eaten by the humanoids from the deep.
Just like listening to music a little too loudly, aggressively flirting with each other. There was a jock and a popular girl and a moody dude who wasn't talking to anybody.
Yep, prime fodder. Jamie, you just ran into a behind the mask case. Like, you should have pointed out Leslie Vernon, like, hey man, go get him. I would also like to point out, so a scene ago, the other people standing around, one was the Hulk. Ang Lee's Hulk was 2003. Pirates of the Caribbean, Pirate, also the first one of that was 2003. I think this movie is taking place in 2003. The pop culture.
So they jump from Men in Black to Men in Black 2?
Yeah, I think that's about where we're at. Although
no, the Pumpkin Carver Man.
Oh, fuck, Pumpkin Man's back. It's got to be a
few
dream.
things. One, it just seems too hot for Halloween and wherever this is taking place. B, so going back to their Jeep full of food, so they just bought chips to eat and nothing else?
Yeah, it's like you do for parties. Okay, we're going to solve this Men in Black thing because it's bothering me. Men in Black 2 was 2002. 2002. So I'm assuming this is like a year later. Like, you're right. They probably dressed up as Men in Black 2. Shit goes down. They move towns, and a year later, they're doing 2003 action. Also, why is this girl wearing a scarf in the desert? Who is she dressed as?
She has a beret.
Minka Kelly is going as French girl.
Oh.
Also, did Fanta pay them? They are showing that to the screen.
He was holding the bottle in a way where Fanta must have chipped in like $5.
Definitely. Also, look at that pumpkin just in the background, just in the middle of the scene.
Baby, that's a hot-ass gourd. That's a big-ass pumpkin.
Wait, how has nobody ever done a horror movie with killer pumpkins? But like inanimate pumpkins. Like, it's just this. They're like weeping angels. There's just always pumpkins watching.
I feel like they're too nice.
Pumpkins are too nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what if they're jack-o'-lanterns? With spiky teeth?
Sorry, I missed it. The French girl has said she's a painter. That's her costume. She's a painter.
Fuck this movie.
She's
I
coming
feel like if I looked up the trivia page, it would be like, Minka Kelly is ashamed of this film.
And it, like Tommy Doyle? Tammy Boyle. I think that was a reference.
I hate everything.
Children on scooters. Kill them.
What even... This is one of those moments where I don't know if the movie is self-aware of itself and is doing any of this as a joke, or this is just the movie.
I think this is just the movie, man.
One guy's dialogue was like, sorry dudes. He's talking like a Scooby-Doo man. This has to be intentional. This is one big joke. I'm gonna side on the side that they're aware that this is a low-rent horror movie and it's gonna be dopey on purpose.
Oh, man, is that going to be the big thing with this commentary? A civil war over the aesthetic intentions of the pumpkin carver.
Yes, the philosophical differences in styles of filmmaking. Intentional bad films versus accidental. We just had a Tobey Maguire reference.
Yeah, this movie was definitely shot in 2003 and then shelved for 3 years.
You're starting to convince me.
Fucking if How to Talk to Girls at Parties was on the shelf for 3 years, I imagine
Wait a
this
minute.
did happen.
They just said we'd like to call this the X Games. How long have the X Games been around? Because that's a real thing.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, someone should call their lawyers.
Oh,
Wait, they just referenced 2099
again.
And it's
What's
screaming.
happening with this?
When's the pumpkin carver show up?
Hopefully soon. We got him in a dream
Also,
just a second ago.
Did Walt Jr. transform from Walt Jr. to just like a lead from Dawson's Creek during the time jump?
Just because he stood up.
He stood up and combed his hair.
That's
a
really
little.
weird.
Look
Hey,
at him
he can
making the
walk like
moves
a
on
big
the
man.
get-go.
He's from Dawson's Creek now. I like the little tiny pumpkins on the fence.
Yeah.
They're the centuries.
Don't trust them. They're not what they seem.
Seriously, could you imagine like nursing an injured hitchhiker back to health and him saying, "Don't go out there. The pumpkins. I'll take him back what's theirs." You look out that window and you just see that. Just pumpkins everywhere.
Why
Oh, they're
isn't
gonna
that a horror
carve
movie?
you.
Yes.
For real. Like, they've made the Ginger Dead Man. How come there isn't a movie about like a pumpkin patch of killer pumpkins?
With the
And they
tone
don't
of
come
the
alive
happening.
or anything. They're just always out there, and occasionally you see one dragging itself across the ground like it's being pulled by string.
No, we
It should
never
be-
see them move. Just somebody
I was about to
opens
say,
their
it
door, there's just pumpkins out there. No! Then just cuts to a POV shot as like a person rides on the ground.
like it's clearly a guy throwing himself around,
Pretty much.
forcing himself to fight it.
There's pumpkins everywhere! I'm surrounded!
The gourds, they come to my life.
This is Cody every time he's picking out a pumpkin.
I'm also annoyed that every pumpkin in this patch is a perfect pumpkin.
Yeah, I wish
yeah.
that was reality.
Right. Oh no! Trick or treat! He got Freddy Kruegered.
Oh no, I have awesome ink now.
Who does this? Who carves a pumpkin right at the patch? What kind of animal does? Why is? Second off, do you have pumpkin patches out in like the desert?
That's a good point.
Also, you gotta put pumpkin carving clothes on first or something. You're
Yeah,
gonna
don't
wear
be like
their
Cody
costume.
and just slop that shit all over your computer.
Why? What is happening? Have these people
This
never
isn't
had a real
correct
Halloween?
pumpkin etiquette. This movie knows nothing of pumpkins, yet it's named Pumpkin Carver. No wonder it's spelled with a fucking K.
Wait, the girl that said, "I love digging my hands through this stuff, it feels so good." Bullshit. No one enjoys scooping out pumpkin guts.
Nothing's on her hands, by the
you
way.
don't know her. Maybe she likes fisting.
She's a lunatic.
I mean, depends on who she's fisting.
She's fisting a pumpkin, Mike. That's a lunatic.
The pumpkin
Okay, I
can't
get- you give me
consent, that's
that.
why they want revenge.
It's true.
That's why the pumpkins are pissed. Like, my guts. Oh, you gave me a colonoscopy I didn't ask for. Also, you're doing it wrong if you carve your pumpkins the day of the party. Like, you do that ahead of time so you can display them proudly for 2 weeks so they rot and they're all fucked up by the time Halloween comes around. Oh, good. Scooter guys are back. They're mooning people now. I just saw 2 asses.
Man, I do not like
now we
this
get
director's
close-up
cut of
on pumpkin
Midsummer.
asses. They're so weird, but I love it. What is this girl's problem? She's too into everything. She likes
All these
seeing
characters are
assholes.
aliens. Are they from the film It from the 1990s?
That's the twist for this one. It's all going to turn out they're just members of species, and they're trying to kill each other without knowing they're all aliens.
Also, I feel it's very important to point out that for a few frames there, I saw that dude's balls.
They were trying to couple.
Oh, it was
them.
more than a few frames, my friend.
Lefty, I'm pretty sure was just flopping in the wind.
Hey, did you see the GIF going around Twitter the other day of Schwarzenegger from Terminator from the Blu-ray
Yes.
release?
No, we got some
Oh, Dong.
chrome spheres.
Oh, yeah.
So Schwarzenegger's walking up to the gang of like punks to beat him up and take their clothes. You know, in the old DVDs, bathed in darkness, so his junk is just blocked out. On the DVD, the Blu-ray, I'm sorry, it's high enough quality where you can just see his member flapping around as he's walking up to those guys.
Oh, it's like whenever they remastered Aliens and suddenly you could just see Sigourney Weaver's pubic hair.
What was it? There was a David Lynch movie where he went back and he's like, I have blurred out the nether regions.
And yes, Schwarzenegger's cock is like if Rob Liefeld drew a cock, like it's massive. Like it looks like it has like a little army helmet on. Like it looks like Germany as a cock.
It's ready for business. This it's going to do a blitzkrieg. Also, Schwarzenegger's cock. It just sounds like such a good punk band.
It does.
I can see those guys taking the stage in full leather and just fucking jamming out for like 40 straight minutes, and they're like, that was all of our songs. We've been a band for 30 years.
So why do I get the impression this entire movie takes place at this fucking pumpkin patch?
Oh, I bet you're right. I mean, they had all the signs of saying there's a pumpkin carving contest, which is a thing adults do at their parties, and a Halloween party.
So they had access to a field.
Yes, and a farm. They had a farm and a field.
You know what this guy looks like? You know who the lead looks like? If somebody tried, but they weren't particularly, they both fucked it up, and they also didn't have any of the science available to clone Tom Welling.
One, that's an amazing way to say it, and it feels like such a burn. Two, there's a girl dancing in the background who's just dressed as a skier.
I got nothing for any of this.
On the right, she's just dressed as a skier, which is insane because it's probably like 100 fucking degrees there at night.
How are the Halloween costumes in your film cheap?
I would. This is my old man complaint. I was at Target today looking at the Halloween costumes, and one, they're designed for children. They won't fit me at all. And two,
bullshit.
I know. And two, I'm very mad that like when I was a kid, this is very much an old man like shake fist at the sky complaint. When I was a kid, I would go into Shopko and they would have like fucking Pinhead costumes and Michael Myers masks and bloody axes. I go into Target now and it's all like, hey, do you want to be Optimus Prime? How about a Lego? And it makes me angry. Like, those aren't scary. Those aren't scary at all. Where's the fake hearts that when you squeeze them pump blood down a Ghostface mask? What happened?
They still regularly make ninja costumes?
Oh, yeah.
Good. I'm glad that never changed.
With other shit, so now there's like Lego ninja costumes.
So there's so much Lego, like there's so much ninja weaponry you can get now. Today's modern ninja is so spoiled around Halloween.
Oh, for sure.
Today's modern ninja. Is that like a short documentary on PBS?
I don't like that people are having fun with Halloween and doing fun costumes. They should all be axe murderers. That's what I was raised on, and that's how it should always be. Also, Mike Myers is getting way too fucked in this scene, and I don't like it.
I don't think they're doing anything. Wow, okay. Well, at least she's masturbating, so
I was about to say, she is
something's going on.
No, wait, back up. I'm going to do this myself. Now they're back to...
I realized I don't need you.
Oh, now she's trying to tell AJ to not do it. Oh, wonderful. Now
I'm gonna be honest. I don't say this very often. I feel like she was sending mixed signals there.
This is a bad scene.
That was odd. And then he was then he got shame and then left.
Was that the fucking car from the Blob? Like it had the leopard skin seats? All right. I would actually like to be at this part of the party. A Girl Scout just had a drink poured down her throat while she was dancing, and that looks hella fun.
That's good times.
Okay, this has to be like the first kill of the Carver, right? There's a girl walking around. She's calling for her boyfriend who's vanished. The Carver has to make an appearance.
I'm also pretty sure she's made of horny. Like, is that possible for someone to be like, to crawl the primordial ooze of horny?
Oh, like the Scolari brothers coming out of the ooze from
The
Ghostbusters
Scolari
2.
brothers!
Hold up. Could you please are you trying to say the Scolari brothers were essences of horny?
Yeah, they were made of cum. But that's actually like I feel like if they did a modern take on that whole storyline, it would just be just rivers of cum.
Jamie, can you please back up and explain to me what's happening in Ghostbusters 2 on a metaphorical level?
Well, see, all of the repressed horniness from early 1990s New York is just pooling underneath the sewers and calling out to Winston in particular, which I find very disturbing.
Gotta get some of that BBC.
This was a weird avenue we've gone down. I don't know if it complies with like the Twinkie analogy from the movies.
What knife is he using?
It looked like actually like a file, like just a file.
I don't think this guy's a killer at all.
Oh no, her head! It's trapped between the window.
All right then.
That doesn't look like a knife at all.
Is that a comb?
She's bleeding, so I guess it's a knife. It it didn't quite bleed where the knife was. Oh, the pumpkins are down.
No. The old guy shows back up. God damn it!
You had one job, Shelley. Oh, somebody just grabbed a pumpkin. Oh, it's the Hulk.
I think cutting up to a close-up of a guy in barely there green makeup as the Hulk just doesn't quite work.
Especially when it looks like he's being interviewed for Dateline.
All right, I'm gonna say one nice thing about the movie. So when they're doing their coverage shots and they're going back and forth between the actor and the actress, their heads are the same size, like they're framed in a good way, so it looks like the shots make sense. Because I was watching a video about like the Avatar movie today, and you realize like, oh goddamn, M. Night Shyamalan filmed that real shitty for Conversations. Like there's just insane close-ups for no reason the entire time, or like a character will be very small and they'll cut to the other side of the conversation, the character will be in close-up. This director has the basics down. Like at least the people talking look like they're centered in the frame and they're not like positioned weirdly.
Well, he probably got out of film school the week earlier. Also, Pumpkin Man is back.
Yep. I mean, it was like the one farm we've seen in the area, so this is probably where everyone in the town lives.
I like the idea of someone insulting this kid because he's capable of carving pumpkins better than that.
That's true. These pumpkins don't look like they've got that much effort into them.
I want someone to do that to me. Come on, boy. Use your heart. Use your pumpkin carving heart.
I beseech you, you have to carve them. Yes, we are wondering what you're doing here, old crazy man.
I like this old man.
I own the land. That makes a lot of sense. Why are you on my land? If anything, why are you here?
Been watching you carve. Is this like Merlin for pumpkins?
The old man is the only one who should be here. This is honestly his property.
Could you imagine at some point in your life, at a vulnerable moment, someone trying to bond with you over pumpkin carving?
And they're a crazy old man who's just like doing chew, spitting, and yelling at you to carve better.
I'm pretty sure there's a
real carving. Come along with me, boy.
I'm going to be honest. I think there's a 90% chance of that happening to each of us.
Just an old man invites us out to the fields.
And we'll go.
This is the start of Blue Velvet. This is a prequel.
Yeah.
You're going to find that kid's ear out in that field. Covered in ants.
Oh, so that
I like the fucking drawing of the pumpkin head in the background. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's got like a chalk outline of a pumpkin on the wall behind them as well.
It's like a meme picture of a pumpkin. It's awesome.
I like his pumpkin totem in the background. I like this dude. This is the house I want.
This dude's awesome.
Look, you can't get pumpkins all year round, so I have to improvise and draw them.
Okay, can Old Man Pumpkin Man here be the new patron saint of Big Ass Pumpkin Day?
Yes.
Pumpkin.
You have to go out into a field somewhere and meet Old
Wait,
Man Pumpkin Man.
In the background, there's like 4 pumpkins hovering around like a fucking Illuminati triangle.
And do you see his wall of carving knives?
Did you see the crucifix carved into the pumpkin bed over the shoulder?
And there's a nude woman to the left over the Satan pumpkin with a tongue sticking out of it.
This dude's awesome.
Can that just be the fucking image for this episode? Just that shot. There's
It's
so much
very
to unpack.
weird. The old man just asked him to choose his weapon. Use your heart, find the right carver for you.
Rabbit, dog, we all got it up here, inside. Some do it because they like to. Some because they need. They're talking about pumpkin carving. Those that need are born evil.
I suddenly
he's talking
like
to the
this
kid,
movie.
You want it? He was talking to the kids do you have
An
the need to kill
evil
yourself?
carver.
This is really...
Who worked for my
sneaking
daddy
in.
broke into our house, watched my mom and daddy slept.
This is incredible. I like this backstory.
I heard their screams. An evil pumpkin carver? Are there a lot of those?
Is this like Star Wars? Is there just a world of pumpkin carvers? Is this like one of those animes?
Dark side carvers, light side carvers.
Dead daddy's sour mash.
I could have called the police, but I didn't.
Instead, I carved a pumpkin.
Like a mouse sneaking cheese. I stuck my knife in his gullet. Carving his insides, digging out his heart.
Anyway, I haven't properly introduced myself. My name's Adrian.
I dug deeper into his flesh. Hold on, son. Let me tell you a dark, disturbing story. Also, let's carve pumpkins. I knew what evil was.
On a completely unrelated note, do you like Pokemon?
Carvings for blood? What? That's not why anyone carves a pumpkin. We do it because it's kind of cute.
And it keeps
That's why
old
I
Jolly
carve a
Jack away.
pumpkin.
Do you carve pumpkins for blood, Mike?
Yeah.
Decent carvers. What? There's a whole cosmology of pumpkin carvers now.
Yeah, they're really digging into the mythology of carving.
I feel like this is, like if Twin Peaks Season 3 was actually made in the 90s.
If it was about pumpkin carving. Oh, now the boy's threatening the old man. Oh, the old man's trying to get the boy to stab him. What is this?
Carve him. The old man's always wanted to be
me.
carved up like a pumpkin. So that way he can get off.
Is this the ending of Dead and Buried? Turn me into one of my own creations.
What is happening? The old man is mad he did not have the boy kill him. He's like, help me commit seppuku. You are my second.
This is a weird live-action adaptation of The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
I don't get it at all. Oh, the Hulk's sad and sitting in a tire.
He must be so cold with all those rips in his shirt.
Like, imagine Linus out in that fucking field and this old guy approaches him.
Stick me! Are you a good pumpkin carver or a bad pumpkin carver?
Like, that speech happens to fucking Linus.
And that day, he told me about the time that he carved up the man who killed his mother. But I was not afraid.
Wait. The Hulk just gave out the worst movie vomit I've ever seen. It was like a trickle. I've vomited at parties before. You do not just oops, a little came out of me. You make a fool of yourself like a man.
The best part is about this this Linus scene is if it ever cut to the old man talking to Linus, you would just be wah 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 wah.
Well, gesturing with a knife. Stab me. Wah, 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 wah. The subtitles just said inaudible. They just gave up on the line of dialogue.
It's just like, fuck these characters.
They're listing
Why
drugs.
why are any of them friends?
They don't seem like they are.
Also,
all the
further
other people
question,
are
where are they
fucking
staying
apart.
out here?
In the field.
Sure.
The
All
field
the
that-
kids play in the field.
How logistically? How does this work? The crazy old man owns the field. Do they know the crazy old man? Or are they just like on his property? He's cool with it because like I like to watch teens have fun.
He's the one they buy the drugs from. We've been over this.
Plus, he just likes that the people carve his pumpkins. It gets him off.
Carve my gourd.
Oh yeah.
They're saying chump too many times in this movie.
Yeah.
What is happening? What is happening in this scene?
A guy is just chugging a glass of what I can only assume is moonshine. I don't know. Everyone else is laughing, but they haven't smoked anything yet. Oh, there's something else in there. His face looks gummy. What?
Pumpkin guts? Bugs? I don't...
Now he's drinking from a plastic pumpkin, but I assume that's beer?
I think so. Cody, have you ever drank from a plastic pumpkin?
I gotta think about this.
I kind of want to.
I mean, I've been at parties where I have had plastic pumpkins, but I think we had cans of beer, so it wouldn't have made sense to dump it into the pumpkin and drink. But I also got very drunk at those parties, so I could not tell you half of what I did. I know
Cody,
there's
the
that
next
one
commentary
where
drink you make, can you do it in a plastic pumpkin?
Sure, that'd be fun.
Cool.
I was
Making
at one
box office pulp
party-
history here tonight on Pumpkin Carver.
KARVER. I was at one party where I was straight edge at the time. I was like still in college and a good boy, and I wasn't drinking, but everyone else was drinking, and it turned to a nightmare because I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. So I walked upstairs, and there was someone in front of the bathroom vomiting on the floor. I'm like, that's a dead end. So I turned around the hallway, went back. Somebody walked out of a room and started vomiting at the edge of the stairs. I'm like, well, now I can't go downstairs. And it was like a horror movie where each time you try and open a door, a bad thing is there. And that's what happened to me. Like each time I opened a door, there was someone vomiting. There were 3 different people puking all at the same time on the same floor, trapping me between their trinity of puke. There's no real point to that story. It's just a nightmare I have now.
Is that your version of Silent Hill, Cody?
It really was. Like I couldn't believe my luck. Every time I walked into a room, there's just someone puking. Like, well, this is a dead end.
And what I love about that is that house was right to show you that.
I mean, that was Dirt House.
All roads lead to drink, to projectile vomit.
And then we would take all the pumpkins from the Halloween parties and put them in our secondary floor like storage room, which had a little like fire escape. Didn't go down to the floor, but you could jump from the second floor to your death. So we left the pumpkins in there, and my roommate promised to clean them out and forgot about them for about 2 months. So we walked in there like on Christmas before, we're about to leave, and I was looking for toilet paper, and there were just pumpkins fused with the floor as some sort of like horrible thing creature, just still pumpkin, but not much. And it was just becoming part of the house.
Oh, is this the final act of the pumpkin horror movie?
It could be. I yelled at my friend to go take the pumpkins out like he'd promised to several months prior. And he went in there and he couldn't scoop them up because every time he put his hands on the pumpkin, his arms would go through the pumpkin. The pumpkin walls were so thoroughly rotted and mucusy that it was just
pumpkin
slop.
walls.
He was just holding slop essentially, and he almost threw up because he couldn't handle it. So we had to help him with a garbage bag, and eventually he just threw it over the emergency railing onto the ground. Which, joke's on him, because every time he rode his bike, he would go through that pumpkin mess and just get pumpkin all over himself.
Ah, it's like the Telltale Heart.
He did it. Yeah, it's totally his own guilt catching up to him. I was pumpkin free.
But not for long.
Well, then eventually I started drinking at parties, and then I became a pumpkin man.
I would just like to acknowledge that a character just said, "Those fucking dick fucks."
I was curious if any of us were
no.
going to bring it up.
Yeah. He just got pushed into an auger, I think. Yeah, let's scroll down. There goes the blood.
Okay, a good gore effect. At least there's something going on here.
That's surprising. That must have been where all the money went.
There's some intestines popping out there. And then we get a close-up of this kid making like an I don't like Jell-O kind of face, which was also very fun.
Yeah, and the shots didn't match, too, so that's good.
A decent kill, though. I like the guts going around the
It was good.
little pinwheel there. Good
That was a
idea.
legitimate murder.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Okay, movie. You've got Old Man, Pumpkin Man, and you got good gore. At least one good gore effect. So
One good augur murder.
well done. You've ruined it by cutting to all of these people, but you had a good thing going for a little while.
Speaking of, I was fucking that entire story you were telling, Cody. I kept wanting to interrupt to acknowledge the Horace Pinker cutaways to Old Man, Pumpkin Man, just sharpening his blade and pulling cheese and shit.
I assume he was getting ready to carve a pumpkin too with that saw blade.
I hope that guy doesn't do anything else throughout the movie besides carve pumpkins. Like, he's not involved in the murders or saving anyone. He's just having a good old time carving his pumpkins.
Do you think Old Man, Pumpkin Man, like, stares up at the moon sometimes? Imagining what it would be like.
Like a big pumpkin pie that's amore.
Just imagining what it would be like to carve that great pumpkin in the sky.
Oh, anytime there's a blood moon, he must lose its shit. Oh, it's almost a pumpkin.
Oh, God.
He's just shooting a rifle at it in the shape of a smile.
One of these days, Moon, you'll get yours.
And then somebody told him about the man in the moon, and now his life is meaningless. Someone got there first.
He hears that REM song, he just starts weeping.
I believed it was a giant pumpkin till someone told me it was made of cheese. A scientist.
Those know-nothings ruined it for me.
Just watching Wallace and Gromit with a single orange tear going down his face.
Cheese, Gromit. Oh, she
Is
missed
that
the
Wallace
song.
and Gromit with the cheese moon? Does that ever make you hungry for cheese?
Yes, all the
yes.
time.
But I'm from Wisconsin, so it's a constant craving.
Claymation food is very delicious.
True.
Looking.
Also, going back, it's true. I always like those peanut butter Ritz commercials from the 90s because the peanut butter moon was fantastic looking. Going back a few steps, I like when Minka Kelly walked in and then there was just, she saw the jack-o'-lantern and then just did a close-up of the pumpkin as if the pumpkin was like greeting her.
Hey, hot stuff.
Hey, I'm Polly Pumpkin. I'm here to talk to you about my Save the Pumpkin campaign. Would you like a flyer? Where are you going?
Come on back. I don't have the legs to chase you. Remember, scoop us from the bottom, not the top, so we won't collapse.
I never thought I would say this, but God, is Minka Kelly slumming it with this? She's dope.
Weird,
for
right?
God's sake.
Hey, no, we were being nice to the movie before. We said a good thing about its editing, and we said a nice thing about one of the characters, and the gore was good. There's a
An old man, Pumpkin Man, is back, and he's dramatically lighting a cigarette.
I like
In
how
this noir story,
popping
he's
up every 5 minutes, just old man Pumpkin make an appearance like, I'm wacky.
Why do I feel like he doesn't inhale the cigarettes at all? Like he just treats them like a cigar.
Yeah. I'm waiting for him to just like crunch it down and just eat the fucker.
I like how he's still surrounded by pumpkins wherever he goes.
He just spit into a can. He is doing chew and cigarettes at the same time. Is that how they do it?
He's crossfaded.
I was assuming if you did chew, you didn't have to bother with cigarettes because the nicotine's going right in your body. Oh man, I hope they do a modern day sequel to this where it's him with a vape and all the other things all at the same time. His face is just 5 nicotine patches.
Here's a weird one. You think if Tales from the Crypt were going today, we'd be seeing Crypt Keeper with a vape?
Yes, undoubtedly. There would be an episode, especially like since a handful of people have died recently and that
totally
all over it. The Crypt Keeper would totally have an episode about 6 months too late where he is using the vape and just blows his lungs out.
They said these things would kill you.
And just smoke pouring out of his body.
I want to see that effect. That's the bad thing. I actually want to see that.
Modern day Crypt, I'm very upset we have not gotten the relaunch of the Crypt Keeper. Then again,
We were so close.
yeah, M. Night Shyamalan came pretty far along.
That
We even
wasn't
got a
at the
teaser.
Crypt Keeper, though.
Yeah, but
True.
I mean, the teaser he made was just made up of clips of other movies. That was a sizzle
But it
reel.
was
I don't think it
official
really
at least, so
He tried.
it had a door.
Hey, we have Creep Show, which is everything I could possibly want in a Tales from the Crypt reboot.
I'm going to get back to Creep Show in a second here, but I wanted to say that the treat drink is gone. I'm going to cleanse my palate with a pumpkin-shaped Reese's peanut butter cup.
Ooh, the best of all.
Oh, they're the best.
They
Though I
really
like the
are.
the bat ones more.
I didn't see the back.
I know
ones.
they're exactly the same tasting, but it doesn't matter.
No, it's completely different.
I'm in heaven. The problem is, once I finish this, I have to drink the trick.
Here's a
And
question.
it has been festering, Mike. It has been festering this entire time.
Oh, I hope it nearly kills you.
I
That would be
hope you're
great content
blind
for the
after this
show.
podcast.
So here's a question. Now,
She was blonde all along.
No, I'm a peanut butter hound. So obviously, you know, around Halloween time, all of the special Reese's, and especially when you start getting orange Reese's and white chocolate Reese's, and they're shaped like pumpkins and bats and monsters and ghouls and shit like that. But is it me or the one of the best Halloween candies, orange Kit Kats?
I can't say I've ever had an orange Kit Kat.
I haven't had one of those in years, but I remember them being the shit.
I don't know what it is about the fake chemicals they use to make the thing orange that you're putting into your body and slowly poisoning you, but it's delicious. Despite the fact it should not change anything about the fucking Kit Kat, but it does.
So it's just a food coloring, right?
Didn't
Like,
we
it's not a
talk
different
about...
flavor.
Well, didn't we talk about this in a big-ass pumpkin day? Like, we found out they actually do use a completely different formula for holiday candy.
I don't
They definitely they
I know
do
Reese's
for Reese's.
does.
Yeah, Reese's does, and they only save it for holiday special Reese's, which is always strange. And they're softer. But I don't know the difference with the Kit Kats, because the Kit Kats should just be orange dye, but they definitely taste different. And granted, it's more chemically. Like, it's just like, it's more of like a fake texture than anything else, but they're so good. They actually usurp
Mike,
peanut butter treats for me
legitimately want to
come
hear
Halloween
more
time.
about this in-depth candy discussion. But we have missed a key bit of dialogue where Walter White Jr. revealed that his father used to be a champion pumpkin carver, and they would just go around the state winning contests together.
And his mom was sleeping with that other guy? Oh, I'm sorry, sister.
That was his sister, yeah. I don't know
So
what
she
happened.
had a man in the house, and she went with that guy. I see how it is.
I'm just saying, good carvers. This is a cosmology of like good and bad carvers dueling each other. It's the fucking stand for pumpkin carvers.
Oh, is
Do
this
we
an
write
origin story?
this?
I hope I would write something that's not as dumb. The people who made this are going to listen to this episode and go, "Oh man, guys, come on, we're having fun," and then they'll just be very sad.
Or it's
How mad
like
would you be if
Jacko,
you made
and
a
they just
movie in
yell at the
2006?
director in the commentary.
Yeah, how bad should it be? Like in 2006, you make a movie, you put it out there, you spend like $1 million on this thing, and it finally sees the light of day. And like once a year, you do check like, anyone talking about the pumpkin carver with a K? No. Yes. What are they? Oh, just made fun of my movie.
I feel like this movie could very easily be awesome with
We haven't
just
seen it
a
all yet.
slight tonal tweak.
We just want more
Yeah.
pumpkin guy.
I really just want Pumpkin Guy, yeah. Also more like cosmic stuff, because I feel like you could have cosmic stuff.
You hit the giant turtle vomiting the universe. I have the audio off, so when the subtitles say demonic laughter, I'm just imagining like Pee Wee Herman laughter, like.
Right now, I'm just mad the Walt Jr.'s fucking losing it. I'm really mad. No!
Sorry, what were you mad about, Mike?
I'm just really mad. That it doesn't seem like the mask from the poster is going to show up.
No, I think you're right. The poster mask looks pretty legit. The mask we've seen so far is that one. It's very low rent. It's one you would buy at like a Walmart.
Yeah.
And he's just wearing clothes. No, he has electro powers.
Oh God, he's the Shocker.
No, he's
Wherein
becoming
Ernest
Nuclear
goes
Man.
to jail, apparently. Those are some effects. He just looks bored.
He kind of does.
Just die already.
I like how he controls these things by tilting his head. Like, he doesn't move his arm, he's just kind of like head nods.
Are they gonna fuck?
I just
Maybe.
realized what this kid reminds me of. Is this Jason Ritter?
A little bit.
Like copyright-free Jason Ritter?
It's like
He's
a
got the
generic
hair.
version. See? The Carver just did it again. He tilts his head. Bam! Cut. What a weird power.
I feel like you could make this movie infinitely more interesting, even though you'd lose the pumpkin aspect, which is honestly the best part. But if you just change this to Tommy Jarvis and Pumpkin Carver to Jason,
Look, we got to get ourselves a new Jason movie one of these decades. Just to feel bad about it, it's... fuck, we didn't... The last time we had a Jason movie, the remake, 2009. It's been too long. It's been a decade since we've got a Jason movie.
it's
That's
disgusting,
bullshit.
right?
It's
Also,
too
by the way,
much.
the mask looks pretty good here. I got to admit.
All right, good.
I like the zombie pumpkin.
Wait, Mike, there was a shot where you could clearly see the guy's eye underneath the costume.
Oh, I know it's terrible and cheap, but I still like it as a mask.
All right, fair enough.
Also, I like a business pumpkin back there.
Counting his money. Also, you have to keep in mind, Cody, Mike's not just watching this as a horror fan. He's watching it as a future mask buyer. Like
True.
Mike always has his eye out for new masks.
You never know when a good mask will come along.
I'm not even joking.
That's true, yeah.
Mike, aren't you
Oh,
masked up?
tell the audience about your recent find.
I am now the proud owner of Trick or Treat Studios, Art the Clown mask.
Whoop, whoop.
Chachi chachi.
And he looks so happy.
Have you gotten to try that on yet?
I actually haven't. No, I need to.
I'm very
I
curious
admire
how
it
you
a lot,
see
though.
out of that.
If you go on Amazon, you can actually buy mannequin heads, like just foam ones, for like $10. That's what I did for my Michael Myers one. So it like holds its shape, and I can just put them on display. I've got Michael Myers' severed head sitting on my countertop.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do with Art and Dr. Decker. I want
Nice.
Dr. Decker
Awesome.
displayed too. And
Mike,
there
you
was
need a
a
third one.
Trick or Treat
Yeah,
booth.
third
I was
one.
at Monster Mania last week at the time of recording this, and I must have spent 40 minutes just staring at the wall of masks, walking up and down, just admiring each and every one of them. It was
They're
beautiful.
works of art. They're like if Mondo made masks. Like, can we get a brand deal with Trick or Treat? I feel like our podcast and that company have an affinity.
They are
And I
doing
saw a little
Hellfest
kid
masks.
buy a
Like
Sam
that.
mask, and it warmed my heart.
This has been the year for Sam. If you go to Spirit Halloween, you can buy all sorts of trick or treat merchandise. I don't know why this is the year, but apparently it's made enough
Out of
impact
nowhere,
where, like,
yeah.
Yeah, they have the weapons, so you can buy like the lollipop that's been bitten into with a razor blade as an accessory. There's a like cookie jar kind of thing of Sam. You can get a whole Sam costume. They've got Sam as a string of Christmas lights. It's fantastic. There's like a whole chain of merchandise just for trick or treat. It's the coolest thing in the world.
I'm hoping to make it to Spirit tomorrow. Last time I was there, they were still stocking stuff because I really want to get that Camp Crystal Lake like wooden sign they got.
Yeah, that's a nice sign. Although I'm very confused because some of their other merch, they have the Jason Voorhees hockey mask, and then they have a Jason Voorhees wooden hockey stick covered in blood, which I don't know if Jason's ever killed someone with a hockey stick. And then they have a Jason Voorhees hockey jersey, which feels like it was all designed by someone who has never actually seen a Friday the 13th movie.
The jersey's pretty nice.
It's like it's a cool idea, but I'm like, like he, I don't know. Man. I'm sorry,
You are
old man
disgracing the pumpkins, sir.
Oh crap! Oh crap!
Okay, I
Ain't
just have
none
to
of you
say,
goddamn carvers.
For the folks at home, we just watched an intense anime pumpkin carving scene interrupted by old man Pumpkin Man just coming in like Jesus, turning over the money tables in the temple.
He started throwing pumpkins across the room like he was pissed, and then he said, "None of you are real carvers." Like it's a fucking Jedi class. Like, you didn't apprentice long enough. Get back out there.
Yeah, real elitist pumpkin.
Going back to Spirit for a second. Last time I was in there, two things. One, they have a clown who drives around in a little car, and that's delightful.
Fantastic.
I
Like on the payroll?
Yes. But they have in the like this little animatronic. It's actually fairly affordable. Chucky, who walks around like he talks and shit. And they had him activate in the store, but he kept getting activated, so he wasn't staying in one spot. So you'd just be walking around the store, and suddenly he would just come out of nowhere, walking around and talking to you, and he'd be all over the store.
Oh, that's terrifying. I love it.
That's awesome.
It was pretty amazing. Like it's like he was following me around. It was awesome.
I like how there's essentially the BB-8 toy for Chucky now. How much were those running?
Fuck, I don't remember. It wasn't
running. I get you, dude.
As far as Spirit goes, I don't remember it being that bad though, because Spirit's way overpriced. But you know,
damn it, Mike! There goes our sponsorship deal.
I literally love how Spirit is like the boutique of Halloween crap.
At mine, they had a setup that looked like an old fishing boat, and they had animatronics along the side of it.
So you had that too?
Yeah. So step here, and then there'd be, like a guy wrapped up in cobwebs who'd start shaking around, and you could go inside, and there'd be like piranhas and stuff, and there were video screens of like a giant killer squid coming at the TV. I buy that up wholesale. I love it so much.
Also, I feel it's very important to point out that a character just said, "Outhouses, we don't have those in the hood."
The only black character in the movie, by the way.
This was made in 2003. But I've actually never stepped foot in a Spirit before. We don't have them down here. It's very rare.
Is that regional? Do you have was it Halloween Express?
No.
Oh, there's a girl with half her face gone.
Yeah, I think we had like one mom and pop Halloween store that I vaguely remember us going to like once or twice in the 90s, and that's it. Yeah, I haven't seen any pop-ups.
What is everyone's thoughts on Halloween City?
I haven't been to a ton of them. They're harder to find. Spirit Halloween seems like the big one around the Twin Cities area.
We don't have those, but we do have Party Cities, and I've always felt them to be shit.
Oh yeah, we got Party Cities.
Party Cities are garbage. They're really only Party Cities only still exist, honestly, for like 15 over birthday parties, or if you need to fill balloons. They're balloon rental places essentially. And honestly, okay, business plan for us. Balloon rentals. I feel like we'd be good at running a balloon rental business.
I feel bad about balloons. Scientists need that helium, not us. For party means.
You feel bad about balloons.
We're wasting them. Plus, you just let those fuckers go into the environment. They come back to Earth. Some turtle eats it. They die.
Ew, with you with turtles tonight.
You're kind of on a turtle kick. It's a little weird.
Yeah, I've been thinking about my childhood. I had a lot of turtles growing up.
I named them all now and again. Then they would always escape.
Oh, no, we would keep our turtles. The problem was, I legitimately named all my turtles Lassie. Even if I had two of them at the same time, they'd be just Lassie and Lassie.
I had a turtle whenever I was a kid, and I went to give it a kiss, and it bit me on the bottom lip, and then it just dangled there for a minute, like that scene in Ernest Goes to Camp.
The trick I've always heard is in those situations, you fill a bucket up with water and then dunk your face in the water so you can still breathe, but the turtle can't, and eventually it'll let go. Although in all my turtle years, I'd never had a turtle bite me on the lips. Probably because my mom told me turtles would give me salmonella.
Yeah, it was a turtle I found outside, too. So I don't know why my mom let me keep them.
You didn't even know where that turtle came from. It could have been covered in germs.
And that's why Jamie cries whenever she watches Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And those could have been my friends. Also, I've got
Especially
a...
Secret of the Ooze with the big snapping turtle. It's like, oh, you could have been mine.
I've got a bad feeling about these two drunk bros.
His name is Toka. Wait, no,
Yeah,
was the
werewolf,
Snapping Turtle
snapping
Toka
turtle.
or Razor? I get them both confused.
I think Razor is the snapping turtle because he, like, doesn't he have, like, stuff growing out of him that's pointy?
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
Razor
Also,
is
I
the play on
also,
Razor.
I think we're being insulting. I just realized Razor is a she.
Mm.
Ah. That's right. She was the original Venus de Milo. Why couldn't she have stuck around?
No. Wolf, snapping turtle. Okay. I had to do it once.
Babies!
Oh, shit.
No, he's peeing in the pumpkin patch.
I was
He
so
is
shocked
just
I dropped
holding
my
a
pumpkin
hose,
carving
isn't
knife
he?
on my foot.
You did what?
I was so shocked by that I dropped my pumpkin carving knife on my foot.
Oh
Why
my
do you
god, are
just
you
have
okay?
a pumpkin carving knife?
Because I had a plastic pumpkin in case I felt like carving today. But, oh no, by scythe. Good thing it's like one of those sawing ones that you get at Walmart, so the pointy end isn't actually that pointy. As far as I know, no blood.
Oh, look at that head roll.
Oh,
I feel
God,
like-
no, the party dudes. Oh, he's still peeing. He's peeing on his own severed head. That's a classic joke, though. You got to give him that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I appreciated that. I guess
This was
I don't know.
2006.
I'm really reaching.
How many? I mean, what is it? Puppet Master, the Lotus Reich. They did a head pissing joke. I feel like they did one in one of the Hatchet movies, but those had to have come after this.
Yeah.
Hatchet 1 was like 2005, 6.
Oh no,
say
Hatchet
probably.
was later than that.
Yeah, it was like 2008.
Hatchet 1 was 2006.
Really?
Yeah, although I don't think that's the one where anyone peed on their own like body. I think that was like Hatchet 3.
No.
I'm getting
Oh,
mixed
the
up because
characters
for some
from
reason I
that?
thought it was Jonah Ray, but Jonah Ray is like with his girlfriend in like Victor Crowley or something when he gets murdered. That's not it. Anyway, there's a long, fine tradition of people peeing on their own corpses after they've been murdered. And this is one of the earlier examples, I think.
Oh, so film history happening here in Pumpkin K. Arver.
Here's a question. Since the image of Chris Hardwick is enraging now, can somebody deep fake Jonah Ray onto Chris Hardwick and the House of 1,000 Corpses? So we can
Just fix
see
that whole thing.
the host of Mystery Science Theater scream, "It's Dr. Satan!"
Hey, did Jonah Ray's album come out yet?
The Weird Al covers? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I saw it the other day. It said it was sold out. So I'm assuming you can probably go and download it or whatever. It was only like a 4-song EP.
Yeah.
You
But
can't
still.
call me Al.
It's still so much better than it had any right to be.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed it.
That Amish
Amish
Paradise
Paradise
cover
is
was
awesome.
it's a legitimately good song. It's a legitimately good punk song.
And the music video is a lot of fun too. Apparently, he did a remix of the Reptilicus song from Mystery Science Theater on there.
Spectacular.
That's awesome.
It is apparently it's on Spotify. So, folks at home, I highly recommend if you want to listen to Weird Al songs sung in a punk manner by Jonah Ray of Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Nerdist fame. There's your ticket. I highly recommend it. It's actually a lot of fun. They're on YouTube too, so you don't even have to bother about the Spotify thing. But at least if you do Spotify, you're giving it like a fraction of a cent to the artist.
It is weird whenever I listen to Spotify and think, technically, I'm saving the music industry.
Not by much. A little bit helps though. I've been putting this off too long. I am going to drink the trick drink.
All right.
It's
you could
been
just stop there.
taunting me.
I'm gonna drink.
I'm very concerned. There's just one giant bubble that's been hanging around this thing, and I can't get it to pop. I've shook the drink, and it stays. It's like
That
drinking
is an
toxic
inconspicuous
sludge.
pumpkin, by the way. Oop, just minding my own business.
I'm carving myself. Oh, this
Time
blood.
to carve.
With the low res version of this video, I thought it was carving itself and not blood dripping on it.
That actually would have been a good effect.
That'd been neat.
Yeah. I
Ryan
like
makes
how
a
she
point.
didn't react at all to the severed head on top of the scarecrow.
Oh, God.
That's about right.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. It's
God,
terrible.
Pumpkin Carver is the most just ineffective slasher.
Fucking useless. Embarrassing. Oh, she ran into barbed wire, of course.
Why did you grab it?
She's an idiot.
Also,
the
I don't
pumpkin
think
carver's
that
gonna take
fence
5 minutes to
goes
get
very
back up.
far. You can just walk around it.
Really? Yeah, it's done right there. you can see it's over. Fuck, this drink is the worst. I can't remember what it reminds me of, though, is the problem. It's not like drinking toothpaste, but it's along those lines.
Oh, childhood sadness.
Yeah. Fuck, and that bubble's still there. This is the worst thing I think I've ever made.
I'm glad it was for Big Ass Pumpkin Day.
All right, now that I cleared out some of the cinnamon that's from floating on top, it's just bad. Before it was bad and it had like a dusty texture to it, so it was real bad.
Would you say it's bad enough to be officially known from now till the end of history in 2040 as the Pumpkin Carver?
I feel like the pumpkin carver has to be orange.
Just get some orange dye next time you make
Kit
it.
Kats.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm making a pumpkin carver, I'm going to get some like pumpkin wine just to really fuck things up and dump that in there, or maybe like a pumpkin flavored beer, which I surprisingly couldn't find. The craft
I'm
beer
surprised
industry
pumpkin wine has never been introduced into Big Ass
has
Pumpkin.
taken enough of a hit now where you just can't find pumpkin beer.
This has
I feel
nothing to
like
do
this
with
is a
anything,
challenge now,
but
and I have to drink this.
I really want a pumpkin-shaped mug.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I'm into mugs shaped like other shit now, because I got that skull mug.
Aren't those the best?
Yeah, Mike, I'm telling you, you gotta go on Mondo and buy the expensive, super cool tiki mugs. The Jaws one is amazing. Although I
do
think it's all
actually kind
sold
of want
out
one of
now.
the tiki mugs. I just don't know if I can. I just don't know how much I can justify it when I mostly drink out of plastic bottles and destroy the earth.
You would just drink out the tiki mug all the time.
And also destroy the earth.
It's true.
They found this corpse. They have found this goddamn corpse 3 different times now.
And no one
People
seems
need
to
to
be
think
that
Pumpkin's
like
up to something.
bothered by it.
The scarecrow again. Like the audience knows the deal. We've seen it.
How many times have we seen the inside of this fucking barn?
Boy. Too
Oh
many.
no, silos.
To be fair, the movie also is still treating the who is the killer thing as a mystery.
This girl clearly, like, they set up the shot like she stepped in the bear trap. And then she didn't. And now she just fell down. She slipped on guts, innards, an ear. I can't quite make out. Gizzards? It might be chicken gizzards and gravy.
What are your feelings on gizzards?
Oh, I fucking love gizzards.
Chiclets are big here.
Chiclets? Interesting.
Yeah.
I've never had a chiclet.
Yeah, I've never.
Oh, Pirate Man is dead.
No. I've never had chicken gizzards before, but my mother used to get them from the diner by our house all the time whenever I was a kid. So the smell of a chicken gizzard is like instant nostalgia for me.
Were they deep fried?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so in the South, it's more common to deep fry them. Up north, how we'd handle... Oh, now she's in the bear trap. All right. Up north, the way we would typically do them is we would boil them and make them with gravy and then serve them either over mashed potatoes or rice, which my dad did all the time when I was a kid. So it became like a childhood favorite. And he picked that up from his mom because she was raised in the Great Depression and you ate the garbage parts of the animals because they were cheap and, well, you didn't want to starve.
You just explain where so much cuisine comes from.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, chicken gizzards, in college, I would always make them because they were like $1 at like Walmart. You go in, they'd be frozen. You get a pound of chicken gizzards and hearts for basically free. And you just make them up on the stove, super easy. You just boil them a long time. and hope like they didn't include too much intestine. And my friends would be like, I don't know what this is, but I will not try it. And they missed out. I would have breakfast where it'd be like toast covered in like dark gravy and then chicken gizzards, and it fucking rocked. I'm really hungry for chicken gizzards right now, and I don't know a single restaurant that serves them.
I mean, Cody's just silent for the rest of the podcast. You're a
Consumed.
car starter.
You'll hear me just gag every once in a while when I drink this fucking. Ugh.
You think
Creme
you
de
can get to
shit.
the bottom of the mug, or are you tapped out?
Oh no, they killed the artist.
Minka Kelly,
Okay,
no!
I like the carved face with the candle.
Yeah, that looks like the poster. Kind of.
That's pretty good.
Oh, it's a carver.
I dig that.
I especially like the candle stuck in her mouth. That's a neat touch.
That's good.
So one thing I feel like I'm hoping for in Halloween Kills is Michael Myers doing more mischievous prankster shit. Because that's an aspect of his personality I feel like needs to be accentuated. The fact that he is trick-or-treating basically everybody with his murders.
Oh, he needs to ask for candy in the next movie.
He doesn't need
People
to talk,
do
but I
always
just like the
forget
idea.
how playful Michael is.
That's really it. I want to see him be like I loved in the trailer when he did the teeth thing because that seems like such a cruel, good Halloween prank.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get more of that kind of stuff. Also, I know the Halloween early entries weren't known for being super duper gory, but I'm hoping in Halloween Kills that when people die, it's not just Michael Myers stabs them through the back and they die in a fence. Like I hope we actually see some either better staged gore or just something that's way more in your face, like blood spurts.
I want to see
dig
Michael rip somebody's spine out.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I did.
I want to see
I
him
did dig
Jason kill.
I did dig the gore they had in 2018 Halloween.
I like the head smash. That was cool.
Yeah, the head smash was pretty good, and it was better than It's weird. There was more
Loser
gore in
Buddy.
2018, but I find the gore and the blood in Halloween 2 random and off-putting. Like it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I mean, I would say though, like when Michael kills the one nurse and just lifts her off the ground, that's a really good kill.
That's good. Yeah.
Michael Myers having the blood tears come down his mask is amazing. Like, what a wonderfully
want
iconic shot.
Going back to Trick or Treat Studios, I want that mask.
Yeah, like there's some good blood in Halloween 2. I don't think all that highly of Halloween 2, but I will admit there are some good moments, which were probably added in fucking post because they realized the movie was too short.
Most likely. I'm confused by Halloween 2. There's a lot of good in Halloween 2, and I love the finale. I think everyone pretty much agrees the finale is good. But why is it so boring yet short?
It's a weird beast.
Didn't Carpenter hammer out the script for that like in one go while drunk or something?
Pretty much, from my understanding of the story, like he's like, fuck it, I guess we're doing Halloween 2. Here you go. And like, overnighted it kind of thing.
I love how both
Death
the
must
original-
die was the line of dialogue the crazy fucking Carver kid said. Oh, and now he's the Carver.
he's the hero of this movie. I want to see his franchise.
I like the idea. Death must die.
I love how both original and remake Halloween 2 are bad yet fascinating, but for completely different reasons.
Mm-hmm. Although I will say, the Halloween 2 hospital sequence, really goddamn good. I love that part of the movie.
You're talking about the zombie version?
Yes, yeah, sorry.
Oh,
The
yeah.
I'm sorry.
zombie Halloween hospital bit was fantastic.
No, we can't step over what's happening on screen
I
right
don't know
now.
what's happening. That's why I'm not talking about it. There's lightning bolts coming out of the pumpkin carver's pumpkin carving knife.
Unlimited pumpkin power!
And the boy is looking in the window at the candle, but I don't think that matters. Now the death lives and I'm death. Oh, the pumpkin carver took off his mask. It's the kid that died, the boyfriend. Oh, God. What a surprise.
I'm back.
You took her from me. The darkness of evil now awaits you.
I feel like
We're
the
getting
movie
some
gave
real
up.
heavy metal lyrics. I'm dead, living in hell.
This does actually legitimately sound like Dangerous Toy lyrics.
Is he using a stir stick for a murder weapon?
I think he may actually just be saying Dangerous Toys lyrics.
Tastes
It's about on this level.
Sweet. Ah, I've been stabbed. Nobody stabs the monarch.
I don't understand. So he was a supernatural ghost the entire time?
I don't know. They're
I
stabbing
just
him a lot.
thought they
and
were
he's
doing a
bleeding.
My Bloody Valentine thing. They were telephoning it so hard.
Well, they started off with a newspaper bit saying that the boyfriend was dead. So, like, a coroner actually was like, "This man is legitimately murdered." And he had his own dialogue saying, like, "I'm in hell. You should come with me." And now he's being stabbed to death.
Ghost stabbed. Maybe the knife is made out of nth metal.
I'm very confused though because he transformed from the old man into the boyfriend from the start of the movie. So was the old man Carver?
I swear to God, if this kid killed Old Man Pumpkin Man.
I think he did. We're going back.
God damn it. Wickets, no.
Old man Pumpkin Carver is dead. It was a hallucination. The boy's gone mad.
He died
so
for
we
our
are in My
pumpkin
Bloody
sins, though.
Valentine,
Now
technically.
he's ascended, so we can all worship him. Like that's who we're singing to on Big Ass Pumpkin Day. Old Man
Just so
Pumpkin
his
Man.
spirit can find its way to hell.
You're saying he is the big-ass pumpkin?
Yes.
The big ass pumpkin in the sky.
He ascended
And
and
then
became a pumpkin. It's
Pink
like when
Floyd's,
Hercules
chorus comes
was
in and just
covered
starts
in that
wailing.
acidic cum and then was crucified without skin, and then became a god. Same thing.
what?
Like he was stabbed
What?
to death by an evil pumpkin carver and ascended to become the big ass pumpkin.
What? I did not follow any of that.
Good.
Anyways, it's the next day. What?
Are you impressed this movie's still going?
No, I was confused for a second. I thought the police officer was the old man pumpkin carver.
This is his brother.
I'm young man pumpkin carver.
That is an impressive detective man coat there.
My men searched the old man's
In the
cabin.
middle of
We
summer,
found
I think.
weapons. He's a regular pumpkin serial killer. Oh, they just blamed it on the old man. Okay. For a second, I thought they just found that by we found some bags in his room. He's the killer.
We found all of his weed.
No, we don't need any testimony here. Get on out. This guy killed them all. Well,
I
all right,
wish it
goodbye.
were that fucking simple.
Yeah, they just.
Where did question?
All your friends are
where
dead.
did the-
Goodbye.
Where did the cat for the Jeep come from?
Got cold last night. There were a couple hours where these characters were just sitting around waiting for the police. It's a pumpkin, obviously. That's what that is. Don't even ask what it is.
Oh god, the pumpkin's driving the car.
Oh, God. No, Walt Jr., no. Oh, no, he's freaking out. Oh, God. Oh, God. This works much better when they do it fast. Like, if you're going to have, the surprise ending where the hero is actually evil.
Why did we watch him transform?
He didn't
So
transform. He just yelled a lot.
Hey, some black stuff appear on his face for a split second for some reason.
He's still yelling. He's still yelling. There we go. All right. We got a neat composite shot of him and the killer as one and the same.
It is a
Although
neat
it-
composite shot. I got to give that credit.
Although, the way the blood lines up, it's, silly.
A little bit.
Let's see, now we're confused. So, from her point of view, she sees her dead boyfriend. It's you. Okay, so it was supernatural? But his wounds keep fading in and out, and now it's him. I don't
I don't
It's
think the
done.
movie knows.
It's done.
What-
It's
Wait
over.
a
Why
Wait a
did the
second.
stroll start before the other credit left?
I don't know.
Never seen that.
That was so fucking weird.
The movie is getting the fuck out of here.
We know we're over too. Goodbye. What? Tony Little is Officer Briggs. Thanks, Tony.
Sure.
Like Tony Little, like the infomercial guy? Am I thinking of a
Sure.
different Little?
So I can't get over that. The credits shooed the first credits away like it's Sandman on the Apollo.
Which also means the line producer got a special credit.
Yeah, he was number one. Yes, okay, I was thinking of the right Tony Little. Tony Little was the I'm going to say short guy. It's hard to tell from his TV appearances. Who would have like the Tony Little all-in-one gym type thing?
Yeah, it's got the ponytail, not right.
Yeah, very very long ponytail, jacked. He is 63 years old. Fun fact. Oh, the pumpkin carver's laughing at us. Oh God! Oh God! Oh!
Oh, he's breaking the fourth wall. It's all metal.
You're gonna be safe out in your car? Well, probably.
Why is Carver spelled correctly behind him, though? Like, where's the K?
Know. I don't know.
That was a marketing
decision. Why does the pumpkin carver want to murder us? Like, he didn't... Yeah, the pumpkin carver didn't seem evil until he was getting revenge on that one kid, and then he just murdered people he didn't know. What is it about being unjustly murdered that makes you want to murder everyone else?
Spite.
Like, I'm so angry everyone else should be dead.
Does that surprise you, Cody? Does that seem incongruous with human nature?
I mean, spite is my motor. Well, that was a film. There are more highlights than I expected. I will say that much.
The special effects people hopefully moved on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, there were some good practical effects with some of the gore applications. I mean, the Scarecrow girl with her face removed was so good they had to show it like 4 times.
Minka Kelly was cute.
The Augur murder was all right. Got a lot of guts out of that. Yeah. Ooh, they stayed at E-Z8 Motel, EZ8 Motel. I don't. They stayed at like the most generic hotel in the world. It's not an EZ8 or anything or a motel. It's a knockoff of like 2 giant brands.
That sounds like one of those motels where like you go into the room and the headboard has semen stains on it.
This entire movie has semen stains on it.
Ugh. I'm not eyeing the semen joke. I'm eyeing my drink. I think I've made rat poison. I think I've accidentally made rat poison.
Cody, please don't die for Big Ass Pumpkin Day.
Oh, it's the only way I want to go out.
That would be such great content.
We would get 3 whole followers out of me dying from Big Ass Pumpkin Day.
No, if that happens, it's going to be because Cody replaced his blood with pumpkin juice. We've been over this. That's the only way Cody is allowed to die.
Oh, the pumpkin carver's back. Oh, the pumpkin carver's back. We're not done yet.
It's just...
We'll never be done.
Why is any of this here?
What a threat.
Oh, now he's transforming back into like the pre-murdered version with the missing eye. Oh, he's gone.
The bugs in the chum scene were real, so people chugged actual bugs for this film.
Oh.
Cool.
At least Divine got famous for eating shit.
Special thanks to Bob Anger. Cool last name.
I'm still stuck on the first tease while you're going out to your car. Like this was shown in theaters.
Yeah, I think this went direct to video. Let me double check. The film was released on October 31st, 2006 as a direct to video project over at First Look International. It was an independent American film distributor that specialized in home video releases of films and television series. Went out of business in 2010.
Good.
I'm gonna read some of their films if I can find any that I recognize.
There's an In Loving Memory tribute at the end of this. Oh.
Now you feel bad, don't you?
Those poor ghosts.
Oh, they were responsible for One of the Baywatches and The Cosby Show and Unsolved Mysteries.
Huh?
As for their movies, I'm just going to read some and maybe you guys will recognize them. 10 Items or Less.
No, that
American Adobo.
I've heard of that as well.
Oh, Aqua Teen Hunger Force : movie film for theaters.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was them. They did the Day of the Dead remake, not the original, the 2008 one with is that Aaron Carter? Got to look that up because I could have sworn. Oh, Nick Cannon. I don't know how I got Aaron Carter and Nick Cannon mixed up.
This was a bad movie, but I somehow liked it.
Did you hold on? This is important news. Do you know Ving Rhames was Captain Rhodes in the Day of the Dead 2008 reboot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a bad movie.
Yes, it is. Anyways, there's my fun fact for the night. Oh, they were also responsible for Ernest Goes to Africa and Ernest in the Army.
Oh, so they made the really bad.
Just those two.
That says a lot.
Okay, by the way, going back to Rhames, I know he's not, but I always pretend that Ving Rhames is playing the brother of his character from the Dawn of the Dead remake that gets mentioned once.
Yeah, sure.
And he just happens to also be a cop.
Why not? It could run in the family.
Why not?
All right, before we close out this big-ass pumpkin day, I'm really disappointed the mask on the cover is not the one they used in the movie.
I'm really angry about that. It was like the one thing I was excited for.
Like it's a cool corpse paint pumpkin.
Yeah, like instead of the walls of the pumpkin, you just have black gore, and it's cool. It's all white and stuff. It looks like a nasty skull pumpkin.
Does not appear in the film in any way.
No, the mask we got is way less cool by comparison.
When that happens, I always wonder if they just found clip art somewhere and paid somebody like $20 to throw that on there. Like, we have to quickly pay off this deviant art artist before he goes public.
Well, something like that.
That is how we got the demon from Sinister.
What, they found
Erickson
the
likes
somewhere?
what he likes.
No, tell me the story. I'm very curious.
Oh, you don't know this?
No, I don't.
Yeah, they literally just found a design of that demon on Flickr and contacted the artist and was like, "Can we just make a mask out of this and just pay you a flat fee?" And they did, and that's how we got that. That's how we got that.
Mr. Boogedy.
Scott Derrickson just searched scary faces on.
It works.
Flickr.
That's a good face.
Oh, it's a solid design.
Yeah. I would say, folks, if you've listened to this, you've already wasted your life. But if you have some reason to skip to our outro, go watch Sinister. That's a way better use of an hour and a half of your life. That movie's great. I love Sinister.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. No, God damn it, Mike.
Sinister is solid. And randomly a tribute to the Changeling, which is very weird.
I really love
parts of Sinister
1.
that are
Sinister
okay.
2 I don't like at all. But Sinister 1 I think is overall, pound for pound, pretty goddamn good. I know some people
I enjoy
do
Sinister in
ghosty
theory,
games.
not in practice.
I was into it. In theaters, the part where he finds the snake in the box, that fucking killed. That whole theater jumped. And that was like a fucking Tuesday afternoon matinee.
See, I feel like Ryan Hollinger agrees with me, and that counts for something.
Yeah, but you also watch Pumpkin Carver. What do you know?
Yeah, loser.
What a dork.
Come on, Cody. Let's drink that mystery liquid and die.
Way ahead of you. Everything hurts. Oh, God, it's bad. Oh, God. This is the worst thing I've ever put in my body. I put terrible things in my body. This is the worst. I feel like I'm drinking my own form of Drano.
Let's let you know, do you now have to beat that somehow? You have to up the ante of terrible.
I'll talk to my old roommate and we'll make some sad clowns someday. For folks at home, that's Lafrogue mixed in with whatever the fuck you've got underneath your liquor cabinet. Oh, that taste won't leave your mouth.
Isn't that how Homer made the Flaming Moe?
Yeah, but that worked out for him. This did not work for us.
That didn't work out for him and nearly destroyed his friendship with Mo briefly.
Yeah, but it worked out great for Mo. Briefly.
Briefly,
Mo
until he lost all rights to the Flaming Mo. Nothing good came of anything.
Mo
For a
got
brief
so much
while, Mo was
experience. He got to
popular.
sing. He got to sing with Aerosmith. He slept with the girl from Cheers.
Yeah, Mo had a great 2 weeks. Also made a shit ton of money during that time. That's probably why he's still open.
Yeah, but then he had to go back to fucking the illegal whaling.
Yeah, but he had a good 2 weeks. Is it, Mike, are you saying you would never have 2 good weeks if you had to go back to your normal life afterwards?
Yeah, because then I'd always have the memory of those fucking not bad 2 weeks to really drill home how bad the rest of my time is.
Mike, we already have that. It's called childhood. Everything was downhill after that. You can't
You
go
heard
trick or
us talk
treating
about
anymore.
Halloween stores.
Yep. You're an old man and everything is downhill. Embrace it.
Time
You are
to
not
die.
acting like a goddamn experienced carver.
Gotta agree with Jamie. Anyways, folks, we're gonna close this podcast down so we can murder Mike in private.
Yay.
But this has been Big Ass Pumpkin Day. I feel like I'd be remiss to not lead us on one final round of Big Ass Pumpkin Day, the theme song, before we let our kind and indulging audience go. Gentle people. Big ass pumpkin day. Big ass pumpkin day. Big ass pumpkin day. It's a big ass pumpkin day. Everybody! Big ass pumpkin day. Big ass pumpkin day. Big ass pumpkin day.
Why is it getting sadder?
It's over. It really is. It's just me crying in the corner as I drink this horrible drink. Folks, get out of here. If you want more of this terrible show, you can find us on iTunes. I don't think iTunes exists anymore. You can find us on Stitcher. You can find us by looking at Twitter and just type in Box Office Pulp with an @ We're on Facebook. Check us out. We have more.
Rip open the code of the internet. Pull your hand in. Pull it out, and you'll have Box Office Pulp in your grip.
Just like that. Anyways, get the hell out of here. That's a wrap.
Everybody now.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie. Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater.
Man, if only I could play guitar, I'd want some twangs and just, I'll tell you about a big ass pumpkin.
I like the idea of a big ass pumpkin jam session where you just do the prelude to the song and you always act like you're about to start the song, but it just never happens.
One of these days, I'm going to write down like a real chorus or something for this. You know, some scoop out the guts.
I do like the middle version. Yeah, I have always wanted. We got to do a fucking Fiverr thing and have someone actually record that.
We could find some poor stooge who's like, look, I need the money bad enough. I'll just do this shitty thing.
This isn't for some kind of black mass, is it?
Oh, it is, but dumber.
We got to bring an old guy from a movie into the real world.
Have you seen Shocker? It's like Shocker.
This is Box Office Pulp Guy, and this has been a Pulp Podcast production. Now please, 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 put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger and say goodnight.
And now, on with the show.